Welcome back to Sarah Podcast and to the second week of our year-long journey. What is your emergency? Last week, we asked you to define your personal crisis. This week, we are diving into the toughest crisis of all, the one you can't see. Picture this. You scroll through social media and see that friend. You know the one. Great job. Always traveling, fantastic photos, laughing in every picture. They just got a promotion. They are the life of the party, and their check-in is always, "I'm great." They are the image of success, but beneath that flawless surface, they might be in the middle of a screaming emergency. We are talking about smiling depression or atypical depression. It's not an official clinical term, but it describes a very real and dangerous phenomenon: being depressed while appearing perfectly happy and functional to the outside world. Why is this so difficult to spot? Because the person is still moving, they still go to work, they still pay their bills, they might even be exercising every day. They have the energy to keep the mask on. The difference is that their depression is characterized by reactivity. They might genuinely feel a temporary lift when something good happens, but the heavy, dark feeling, that underlying soul-crushing despair, always returns when the stimulation stops. Think of it like a leaking tire. You can keep pumping it up, and for a while it runs just fine. You drive to work, you go to the gym, but every single morning you wake up and the pressure is lower. It takes constant, exhausting effort just to keep moving, and you know deep down that you are losing air. So, what are the subtle warning signs of this emergency? For yourself and also for a friend. 1. Increased perfectionism. The mask often requires constant upkeeping. They might become hyper-focused on achievement or maintaining an ideal image because they fear that if they slip, the world would know. And also themselves will see the emptiness underneath. 2. Emotional numbness, not sadness. They often don't report feeling sad. They feel numb, exhausted, or simply empty. The joy is gone, replaced with apathy, and they still have to force the upward performance. 3. Changes in sleep and appetite. Unlike classic depression, which often causes a loss of appetite, smiling depression can lead to increased eating and sleeping too much. It's an internal way to seek comfort or simply escape the emotional weight. 4. Sudden hopelessness. And here is the true emergency. Because they are functional, they have the energy to plan and act. If the inner hopelessness takes over, the risk can escalate quickly. This is why smiling depression can be so tragically dangerous. So, what is our emergency plan this week? It starts with a simple word: awareness. If this is you, give yourself permission to lower the mask, even just for a few minutes. Don't start with a counselor, start with a journal. Write down how you feel before you put on the mask for the day. That small honesty is your first step towards getting air back in the tire. If this is a friend, stop asking "How are you?" That invites the automatic "I'm fine" response. Instead, try asking two things. 1. What has been the hardest part of your week? This shifts the focus from their internal state to a tangible external event. 2. I'm worried about you. Is there anything you've stopped doing recently that you used to enjoy? This shows genuine concern and looks for behavioral change, which is harder to lie about. This week, your challenge is to look for the truth beneath the surface, in yourself and in the people you care about. Because an emergency is only an emergency when you ignore the warning lights. Don't wait for the siren. Be alarmed. Join me next week as we tackle the immense pressure of stress and burnout in student life. In the meantime, visit our pages for your daily code flyers and remember to answer our weekly reflection. What is your emergency this week? Thank you. Bye. You are listening to Zarit Podcast.